Hello YouTube, I hope you're doing well today. So on today's video, it's actually a follow-up video. So recently I went to this area of Dongjin. I went into a new camping ground down there and I was testing out this new tent, the Almacen Raven 320. This is a SUV pop-up tent. Now, I've already filmed and posted that video. I'll put it in the card up here so you can see it, or actually it might be over here depending on how you're viewing this video. But I'll put a card up so you can watch that for all the specs and everything. Now, one thing about that video, that was a first look, right? And like I said in that video, there was no instructions on that, so I did a lot of guessing. I had a few things wrong, but I was able to get some clarification. I did find a setup video from this company that tells you how to set up this tent. So for this video, I will not show you how to do that because you can do it a lot better in a 3-minute video than you can watching me, to be honest. But we are going to do is have some fun. We're going to set this tent up, going to show you some of the cool features about it, and maybe this might be something you would like. Because I will say this, it's really, the tent, there's nothing wrong with it. So far so good. But you know, companies, for the truth of the matter is, companies copy each other. There's a lot of overlap in design, right? So what you see here might actually well have something you might see in another tent. And especially as you know, if you're in Korea and you're tent shopping, you have a lot of brands and stuff we don't have in the States. And if you're not a Korean speaker, this could be difficult, right? So hopefully this video will not only answer some questions for you about this tent, but it might also answer some questions for you about similar products that you're finding on the market. So with that in mind, let me go ahead and get this set up, and then I'll get right back with you. Stand by. One thing I do want to put on this, I want to get this rain fly on. In the setup videos, demonstrations at the store, they don't put the rain fly on. So let's set that up. It sounds like it'd be something very useful. Unfortunately, it's not going to rain today. All the big rain was yesterday, and we're not scheduled for rain today. Although if I was wrong, well, that would be okay. See, look at that. What is that? Let's see. Yeah, it's going to take a moment, because I don't know what goes where. So hold on this. Okay, now let's try to put on this rain fly. Now this rain fly has buckles. These buckles here, these are the male, the female's on the bottom. See if we can figure out where that goes. Stand by. Well, I shouldn't say stand by. I'm gonna keep filming. So I'm going to connect this one here. And I'm doing it this way because this tent's about 7 feet tall. I'm like 5'11", so it's a little bit of a stretch. So let's make it easy. See if I can get a hold of these connected at the bottom already instead of trying to throw it over the top when it's done. Boy, that looks sloppy, doesn't it? That looks really sloppy. I'm gonna stop this video. When I get this thing squared away, I'll come back. So please stand by. Okay, so behind me, I got the tent all set up. Well, I'm sorry, I got the rain fly on it. I deployed the tent, put the rain fly on, and as you can see, I even got the front screen door here open, because that's going to segue into the next component we're going to talk about. So what was going on, and let me take this off, I'll show you what was happening. So keep this in mind if you buy this, is there are clips. Let me show you. Yeah, see like that tent clip right there? The material is getting caught up in here, and the one up here, I think you can see it right up there. Probably should have, I should have probably took off that rainfly I showed you. Anyway, rainfly material is getting caught up in the clip. It's getting caught up in the clip right here, and it was causing it to snag. So it's no fault of the company, no fault of the, you know, it's just simply getting snagged. Be aware of that. And depending on how I edit this video, you'll see that when I put this rainfly on, again, look at that. That's like 7 feet tall at the peak. I'm only like, what, up to here? I had no problems getting that through. With this pop-up tent, it was relatively easy to get that through. The only challenge is, it's just a lot of material. But, you know, otherwise, it was fine. Oh, and getting snagged. But nah, that wasn't bad at all. Can't complain about that. Okay, next, we're gonna talk about pockets. Okay, so like I said before my little cut, we're gonna talk about pockets. So on the previous video, I made a mistake, and I'll show you what I did wrong here in a moment. But I showed you these flaps on the inside, like this, attached to the screen, like it was supposed to be some rain shield or something. Totally wrong. No, actually, these are designed to be pockets, right? And they hang up on the ceiling. So I'm going to take the camera inside, show you how it sets up, and yeah, well, how it sets up, and a little caveat to it, if you will. So let's take this camera off. So check this out. So in the previous video, what I did on this screen here, I had put one of the pockets up in reverse, thinking it was like a rain shield or something. Because that's what happens when you have all black material and you don't know what you're doing. And I did this one over here too. And just for the sake of getting some air in here, I went ahead and zipped this down. But this is what you're supposed to do. See right here? You connect it, this triangle, you connect it 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I will say, the only problem I have, now I haven't got both of these up, right? I only got one is, you got a tippy toe to get this one at my height. Just be aware of that. This right here and here, oh, it hooks up real easy. It's no big deal. Up here, you kind of got a tippy toe and stuff. I kind of like for them to just go ahead and incorporate this, like why not? But that's what it is. But anyway, that's another feature. So we got rainfly, we got a rainfly, we got pockets, and by the way, these all come with the tent. The rainfly, the tent, it comes with it. So far, so good. What we're going to work on next is poles. That's right, this comes with 2 poles. Now, supposedly, I shouldn't say supposedly because they show you this on the marketing material and stuff. These can actually come out here, and you can put your poles up and make awnings out of them. But when I went to Gorilla Camping, and I talked to them, they said the poles were designed for that, right over here. So instead of you having to connect this to your car, you can make a big tunnel out of this. And I'll show you that right now. All right, so I said we're going to start right now. So here you go. We got a bag of, what are these called? Stocking pole. Never used this, of course. So might be a learning experience for both of us. But this goes something like this. Let me toss it over there. We got this right here. This also has the shock cord. like that. That's pretty cool. Now, what we do is, as I was instructed, you're gonna extend this out. You see your eyelet? We're gonna put that through the eyelet. Make sure I don't get any material in here. All right, check this out. I had to take a break to set this up, and you're about to see why. All right, let me show you something. So to get these poles to work, you take the pole, see that eyelet there? You run it through there. You see that eyelet? I'm sorry, you see the eyelet there? You run it through. Do that for both of them. Lean it out. Now I got one hand with me right now, so it might be a little hard. But there is a weakness with this design, at least as far as I can tell right now. And that weakness is, you can see the wind blowing it, right? The way I was instructed, now, let's be just sure. The way I was instructed was, put the poles in there, stretch it out, and you got yourself a tunnel. And you can see how that tunnel is zipped up. So having this, instead of having this connect into your SUV, you could pull, zip this down and walk right through it, or keep it as a window if you like. Whatever you want to do, because it's got mesh there too, so you could just use it as a window. But as you can see with the wind and stuff, it's kind of blowing it around. So I would say, until I figure out a better answer, I mean, I see some 3 eyelets right there. I wonder if that would help. Unless I can find a better answer, what I would say is you're going to want to tie these down. These are going to need to be secured. So you're going to need to get some rope, tie it to the ground, anchor it, I should say. Maybe connect it to the SUV, right? Whatever you got to do. But yeah, those look like those. Those are going to need to be secured. Okay. But yeah, that would be kind of cool though. You unzip all this and have a walk-in, just have a tunnel you could walk out. So like if it's raining, you can walk in underneath, walk in your tunnel and don't have to worry about the rain, the snow, whatever. Okay, that's that. I'll try working on that more in the future. But now though, we're gonna focus on the next feature, and the next feature is the TPU window. That TPU window was an optional kit, an option I bought. I paid like 90,000 won. And what it allows you to do is, instead of having like a screen mesh, instead of having like this, you get a plastic window, which sounds appealing to me. I would love to have something like that. Not only do you get visibility of what's going on outside, but also, those nice, relaxing, rainy days, you can watch the rain come down, or snow, without having to open your tent up to it. Now, I will also say, I don't plan on it, but there is a floor mat. It comes with it, and it zips in there, and all that stuff. But I'm not going to do that, because I don't feel like tearing my knees up. I'm just going to set that aside. Plus rocky ground tears up the ground sheet. Let's not do that. Okay, so let's get that TP out. Let me show that to you real quick. Here we go. Now we got the front TPU. Like I said, this was optional. Comes in this bag. And this is designed, this big beast here, see the zippers? It's designed to connect to the front. Zip on there. So let's go ahead and connect this to that, with the understanding that I've never done this before, so it might take a while. Hold on. Hey, real quick, as I'm preparing this for the TP window, I told you that these could come out and you could put the poles on and make an awning. Hey, let me show you how that works. So now I've already got that wound up out of the way, but both of this, both the what do you want to call it, the wall, the mesh window, have these loops right here, right? So you can take your pole, whatever one you want to use, whether the ones they provide or something you buy, put one on this end, one through here, right? You got this one, you got that one, however you want to configure it, and stake it down. So it would become something, if you can imagine this being correct, out like this. And that's how they show it in the pictures. But anyway, let me finish this up, then we'll get back with you. All right, so I went ahead and set up the TPU window. Now, what you probably can't see on camera, let's scoot this up a little bit, is you basically have your sun blocker behind this, so you can't see inside. And don't worry, I'll remove that in a second. But what I want to explain something is, to set this up, there's a zipper point here, zipper point there. You connect the points and zip it down just like a regular jacket or something. And so, just let me go ahead and show you that. Oh, and by the way, here's something else to consider. See right here? You got this extra material. You want this stuff out, because that's helps keep the water out. So that's kind of like a hint of how you know that you're on the right side, or you know you got it connected correctly, is because the excess material will be down there and you'll have less material up here. But let's go ahead and get inside. Okay, so we're going in here, and like I said, you've got the zipper point right here. So zip here, zip it down, or I should say connect it up here, and it zips down just like a jacket. Do the same thing here. You got these connection points that allow you to disconnect this wind shade, if you will, or I'm sorry, what, sunshade? And now you've got sunshine. Tighten this up. You know, yes, this all needs to be tightened up and straightened out. And down here, there is, see, like right here, this loop, just like the other parts. See that loop right there? Oh, the toggles and loop. So again, you can wrap this up, put it here, keep it out of the way. So I like that. And I am looking forward to getting some bad weather to where I can have like this window here. I could listen to some rain, some snow, even like, you know, on those nice heavy snowy days. Camping, this will all be coming down, pitter pattering off of that. I can close this up. I can have this screen here if I want, if I need some extra air or something like that. It'll be nice. So I will say, obviously this all takes work. All these extra accessories and doodads take work. But if you just want the basics, set to 10 up. Even throw on a rain fly just out of prudence. That, what did I say before? Maybe 20 minutes? Not that bad. Everything after that is tighten it down, putting some stakes in, you know, let's call it finessing it from there. But yeah, not bad at all. The only real issue is this. So I'm going to try to find a solution. There is probably something on the manufacturer's webpage or something. Oh, I'm sorry, not on the manufacturer's webpage. There's probably something somewhere that tells you what to do about this. Like, if you had an SUV, well, like, as I say that, I got an SUV right here. But if you have an SUV that has a rail on it, like those packing rails that you see so much, this has connectors that you could try to reach out to that. Just a thought, or something else that would connect to for that matter. Get some rope, tie it down. But I think that's it. So, what do you all think? So far, I like it. I don't have all the answers for it. There's a few things I still have questions. Like, for example, if you see this right here, see this black strap? It wraps around. It's got the buckle, so it comes off. What's that for? I didn't think to ask Gorilla Camping about that. But, I don't know. It doesn't necessarily look like you need it, but I could be wrong. But anyway, oh, and I haven't tested out that ground sheet. I really should work on that, but I'll get to that later. That's not as essential as getting everything else up. But anyway, what do you all think? Do you have experience working on a design similar? What are your thoughts on this? What, you know, if you got any tips or anything, let me know. In the meantime, thank you for watching this. I hope you learned something from it, and I hope to hear from you. Until then, bye.